Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well and still hanging in there. I'm feeling a lot better with my ear. I'm still on antibiotics, but I felt well enough to do this video for you today. Today's April 5th, Sunday, and I was originally scheduled to teach a Yin Yoga class focusing on the spine. So I thought I would offer that to you today. It's going to be an abbreviated practice. I want this to be accessible to you all. I know some of you have not done Yin Yoga before. So we'll be holding these poses for about 2 minutes. And if you really like the practice, what I recommend, as I suggested in a previous video, is to write it down, and then you can hold these poses much longer if you choose to. Okay? So let's get started. You'll want to have a block for your practice. If you don't have a block, then you can use a book. Okay? Come to tabletop. Do a little cat and dog to warm up the spine. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, curl round your spine. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, curl. Inhale, forward. Exhale, stretch your spine. And one more time, inhale, forward. Exhale, curl. Stabilizing the spine, go ahead and take a quick downward facing dog to create some lengthening in your spine. Maybe bend the knees, taking a deep seat, stretching out through the sitting bones, waking up the knee joints, hip joints, and then waving the spine, coming out of the shoulder joints as you bring your heels closer to the mat and straighten your legs. But we're not going to stay here very long. And then go ahead and bring your knees down, and then we're going to be moving into some back bending. I'm going to offer you some options here. So coming into Sphinx pose with the arms parallel, and this might be sufficient for you. If you want to take it a little higher, then you would come into seal pose with the arms in external rotation. Arms are straight. And if you want something in between, you would take your block and have a hybrid of Sphinx and seal, and that might be an appropriate place for you. And you can begin seal and come down onto your arms at some point. That's perfectly up to you. And you can always come down in crocodile in case your lower back really needs to relax a little bit, but you still remain in a bit of a back bend. So starting now, 2 minutes, find your back bend of choice. And so we'll be moving the spine in different ways, and right now your spine is in what's called extension. And there's a lot of fascia in the low back spine, the lumbar area, and so that's what we're targeting right now. Otherwise, close your eyes and just make sure you don't drop your head down. Try to keep it elevated. Don't drop the neck back. Remembering that your neck is an extension of your spine. We're actually not going to hold it much longer because I did so much talking. So we're actually almost done with this. Go ahead and lower your body down. Take child's pose. So now we're moving the spine into what's called flexion, but we're also releasing the lower back from the back bending. So hands by your feet, lower the forehead down towards your mat, and release your shoulders down, and you can rock a little from side to side. And creating space for silence, for calm, for relaxation as you take a load off and empty yourself out. couple more breaths. And then on your inhale, go ahead and rise up to Vajrasana. And then come out of your seat, and we're going to be moving into half Dragonfly. And so your right leg is going to be in half butterfly. Left leg is extended. And then you're going to take your block, and you can keep this very soft here. You can relax your arm onto the block and just stay like this. You can take your arm over. Maybe take your hand behind your head, or even take your left hand and cradle your head just like that. And so you decide what feels good to your spine, and you can adjust the height of your block. And so now we're laterally bending the spine while opening up the side of the rib cage. 2 minutes here. And just let your eyes close. And so oftentimes we may overtly look very, very quiet, but what is going on inside? Can we create some quietness for the mind, for our spirit? Since Yin Yoga requires us to be still, and can we be still on the inside? Just as still as we are on the outside. Five more breaths. And then inhale, come up to center, and we'll go right to the other side. So the left leg comes into butterfly, the right leg extends. Taking your block, place it inside of your right leg, and again choosing whichever variation that is speaking to you today. Okay, and remember, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing yoga, there are days that your body needs a little support. I can feel my body needing a little support today. Keeping track of time. With my ear infection, it was painful for me to move my head around a lot, so I'm a little stiff. I could feel the stiffness in my body, so I need to go a little extra gentle today as I resume my yoga practice. About another minute. Inhale, come up to center. Move your block out of the way. Plant both feet on the mat. Do a little windshield wipe from side to side. We'll be twisting next, so twisting the spine. And then the next time your knees drop over towards the right, okay, allow them to land there. Take the left arm, sweep it around to meet your right hand. And you decide how deep you want to go into the twist, okay? So your hands can be right at 1 o'clock. They could even be at 12 o'clock if that's too much. You can have down dog arms, down dog hands here. Maybe bring your arms down into Sphinx or onto your block. Or come all the way down to your mat. And you can keep your head in neutral, and you can turn your head towards the right, opposite direction of the knees. Excuse me, in the same direction of your knees. And just allow yourself to go, noticing if you're tightening up, and just letting the flesh of your body lose its grip with the bones. For 5 more breaths. And 1, and then inhale, go ahead, come up to center. Take the left arm forward, shift your knees over towards the left side. If you need to do another windshield wipe, go for it. Otherwise, if you're ready, take your right arm, sweep it around, allow it to meet your left hand, and so your arms are at about 11 o'clock, starting to twist the spine, or they can stay at 12 if that's too much. And you decide if you want to come down, Sphinx arms, with or without the block. And then you can bring your head all the way down, and then turning your head towards the right. And you can always keep the head neutral if that feels more comfortable to your body. And once again, just letting your body go soft, deeply release. Let the weight of your body drop into the ground, releasing all your worries and all your cares. About 10 more breaths. And then inhale, using your hands to guide yourself up. Come up to center. If you need to do another windshield wipe or take a down dog, go for it. But otherwise, we're going to come onto our backs. Take our practice supine. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock a little from side to side. And then we're going to take the left leg towards the left corner, the top of your mat, coming into banana pose. And the right leg is going to cross right on top of your left leg, crisscross at the ankles. So your feet and legs are at about 11 o'clock. If they're not, you're not going to feel anything. If they're at 12 o'clock, you're not going to feel this stretch. Interlace your hands, cradle your skull, and start walking the left elbow down as you start to open up all along the right side of your body. And then once you're there, your elbows might be up in the air, and you just want to drop the elbows down. And you can always free your hands at this point if that's feeling much more comfortable for your body. And so once again, we are side stretching the spine, bending the spine laterally here, while opening up the side of the rib cage, which will help deepen the breath. Just a couple more breaths. And then opening up your eyes, inhaling, bringing your head to center. Undoing your legs, bring your knees into your chest, maybe extend the legs up towards the sky. Point and flex the feet. Do any little stretching that feels nice to your body before we go on to the other side. Maybe doing a few knee circles to massage your lower back. And then we'll take the right leg to the right corner of your mat, the top of your mat. Left leg comes right on top of the right leg, crossing your ankles. Interlacing your hands behind your head, and then walking the right elbow down. And so now we're stretching the left side of our body, the left side of our spine. And you'll learn a lot about, just keeping track, learning a lot about your spinal flexibility from this shape. You can learn a lot about it when we do half moons standing up, but banana pose in particular, you'll learn a lot about your spinal flexibility. And again, you can always free the arms, free the hands, if that feels more comfortable and therapeutic in your body. Where can you add additional softness to your body? And sometimes it's bringing the softness to the internal body. About 5 more breaths. Inhaling, bringing your head to center, releasing your hands if they're engaged. Bring your knees back up into your chest, or extend the legs up. Do anything you'd like here, whatever feels good. Maybe a few rocks from side to side. And then for our last pose before Shavasana is I want to do supportive bridge, not bridge, but supported bridge, to simply help reset the sacrum and creating some length through the spine. So take your block, place it underneath your hips, and allowing your feet to be hip width. And you can relax your hands along the side of your body. You can even extend your arms back. And when I bring my arms back, actually this reminds me of puppy pose on my back. Very similar to that. So see what works for you. See what feels nice to your body at this time. Hold here for a little bit longer. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy this moment. That's all we know for sure is this moment right now. Five more breaths. And then inhaling, go ahead and release your block. Lower your spine down like a string of pearls onto your mat. And moving into Shavasana, and of course if you'd rather be in constructive rest with the knees together, feet wide, that's perfectly fine to do, or begin to extend your legs out. Allow the palms to be open and just letting the feet splay out towards the sides and letting your spine now mold down into your mat. Letting the whole weight of your body relax down. And once again, releasing the grip of the flesh away from the bones as you allow your whole body to relax. Relax your mind. The eyes close and taking some nice breaths in and out through your nose. And staying here as long as you'd like, and relax and be well.